Just like the auto boom, just like the internet boom, now the crypto monopoly is here. Pay attention.
I ain't gonna give in now, I just gotta live this now. I ain't gonna be when I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in the ring when I'm knocking him out when I'm back with the wheel. Cause I am just up on the journey, you just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand Rising Warriors, and happy Wednesday. If you're watching this in the future, happy day. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now we're going to dive right into this, Warriors. Exactly what happened in the auto boom is happening now. We ended up with the big three, who are all subsidized by the government or supported by the government if they fall. Then we went into the internet days. There was thousands of internet companies that were making people very, very, very wealthy. Then the dot-com boom collapsed, and we end up with the big dominant forces. And the exact same thing is happening right now. That's why my portfolio is very fundamental, which you can get in the 3T Warrior Academy. It's very long-term, as I'm looking at the companies that are going to be here for the long term. The ones that have the cash flow, the one that have the capital, the ones that easily and efficiently survive the C word, the beer virus, as we look this way, because this is all by design. Money and politics go hand in hand. That will never change. When there's politics, there's money. When there's money, there's politics. And the largest companies in the world are going to survive this. And now the monopoly is going to start. Okay, so Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, expects rise in acquisition amid crypto turmoil. If you watch my channel, we watched an interview with him, and he talked about that their balance sheet is super, super solid. They're in great shape. And as many companies collapsed, as many companies went bankrupt, they're literally sitting on the sidelines with cash. JP Morgan sitting on the sidelines with cash. And all these large companies are going to start to monopolize all these small crypto companies. They're chopping at the bit, waiting for this to happen. So Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says companies to consider acquisition report. So Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says San Francisco-based payments company plans to consider acquiring other crypto projects in the future. Garlinghouse, this is the interview that we watched. Garlinghouse told CNBC he has very strong balance sheet, and at this stage of growth, it's more likely a buyer than a seller. This is a great sign to you of where we're heading to. We know they're going to go IPO, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. You know, Brad Garlinghouse has said, hey, we're going to IPO as soon as this case settles. I got some really cool news coming up as soon as I can release it on Friday about Link 2 as well. There's another really cool thing hitting the pre-IPO. If you're into Ripple and you're into the, I can't release it yet, but once I get the green light, I'll let you guys know. So if you're a Ripple fan, you'll be really interested in the pre-IPO that's coming up, okay? So top crypto firms go on a hunt for acquisition targets as market crashes. Two top crypto companies, Ripple and FTX, told CNBC that they're on the lookout for acquisitions, and industry hopes to drive growth through buying firms. Brett Harrison, president of cryptocurrency exchange FTX US, said it will look for companies which will help them acquire more users or regulatory licenses, okay? It tells you right there, they're looking for people who are up with regulation. Meanwhile, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of cross-border payments company Ripple, said the company has a very strong balance sheet and is predicting the rise in mergers and acquisitions in the crypto industry. This is happening right now behind the scenes, and then JP Morgan announced JP Morgan Chase acquires payments fintech Renovite to help it battle Stripe and Block. This is a massive fintech company that they acquired. And you know, with JP Morgan behind them and Chase behind them, they are going to power the engine of payments. JP Morgan Chase has agreed to acquire my payment startup Renovite to fend off threats from fintech firms, including Stripe, Block, CNBC has learned. While JP Morgan is often content partner to partner with fintechs and take relatively small stakes in them, the bank felt Renovite's product was too important not to own it outright, according to JPM executives. So they literally just took over the company. Okay, this is really important. Now I'm going to bring this up to you guys more frequently throughout as before this case settles. So if you have not checked out, I'll put the link down below. You can go to link to. Now, you do have to be an accredited investor. One thing, if you're not accredited investor, I'm going to keep telling you guys this. Go down to the bottom, click, it's free. You can click Market Insights. This is where you can learn what a mosaic score is. This will help your investment acumen. If you are an accredited investor, you can get accredited, and you can invest in companies like Ripple, Link2, Uphold, many different companies. There's tons of different companies on Motivite, BitPay. There's all these different companies in here, but there's one coming up on Friday that is going to you're going to be very, very happy if you're a Ripple fan. So pay attention. I'll announce that on Friday. But you can still get into Ripple pre-IPO. Sometimes it'll be full. Like if you click here, I'm not logged into my account, but if you go to here, you'll see it'll be full. Just pay attention. And sometimes the minimums go up and down. So just pay attention. I'll put the link down in the description down below. So JP Morgan agrees to acquire Open Invest. I just want to show you some of the other mergers and Pioneer and values-based investments. Okay, so look at all these acquisitions. JP Morgan agrees to acquire 49% stake in Greek fintech via wallet. Ripple could buy assets from bankrupt crypto lender Celsius. I just want to show you the monopoly is coming, Warriors. Ripple modular partner with Easy Payments. Okay, and then this is all old news, right? February 1st. Today, FinTech, Ripple Modular, Team Up Payments, Move Nabs, 10 million, Trust buys Wonderland. I just wanted to bring this stuff up to you guys because this is nothing new under the sun. It's a repetitive process. Remember the auto boom, guys. There was all these people coming out with auto companies. They got smashed. They didn't have the infrastructure. They didn't have the leadership team. They didn't have the capital. Then the dot-com boom came. People became very, very rich, and then they lost all their money. Why did they lose their money? They didn't have a long-term look. They didn't really dive into the fundamentals and build a long-term strategy on companies that can survive regulation and be here after the collapse. They also were trying to get rich quick. Every person who's trying to get rich, the Dogecoin millionaires, the Shiba, all this type of stuff, I have 10% of my portfolio weighted for that stuff. When it profits, I pull profits and put it in fundamental cryptos. You should always have a long-term approach to this. If you're trying to get rich quick, you're always going to lose your money very quick. But I just want to show you that really quickly. It's a short video today, but it's all about the monopoly now. It's the companies with strong balance sheets are going to dominate the cryptocurrency space. You can say whatever you want about Ripple. You can say whatever you want about JP Morgan or Bank of America. These companies have massive balance sheets. And these small startups, fintechs, unfortunately, don't have, especially crypto companies, a lot of them don't have the infrastructure, the legal teams, or the capital after the market. Unless the market's pumping, they have the capital. What did they do with that capital? Who knows? They could have run off with the capital. Maybe they didn't build a strong infrastructure. If they're not working with regulators, or they're not getting set up with their master accounts at the central bank, and they're not following the system, I don't know what to tell you. Whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. It's a big game that's going on. Look at the people that are getting canceled on social media. It's crazy. You can see whoever controls the information controls the people, or whoever controls the money controls the. It's very clear what's happening right now, Warriors. That's why I don't fight left or right, up or down. I don't pick sides. I'm just living my life, making decisions based on what I see happening within the current marketplace. That's it. It's simple. And then we developed a 3T Warrior Academy where we have a group of people worldwide working together to raise their consciousness, all different walks of life. It's not a this or that, or you're this type of person. It's become the best version of yourself. 3twarrioracademy.com. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to continue to I'm going to go dive deeper into UBI this week. I want to dive into UBI. I want to really look at, help you guys understand what's happening with the wealth gap. I think that's really important. And you need to understand that with your job. The middle class is getting wiped out. It is getting wiped out. And most of us are the working and middle class. So the working class is going to move down to the working poor. The gap is going to become much greater. Technology is going to take over your job. So you may as well be on the investment side. So if I was in anybody's position right now, I'll share what I would do. Is I would be a cash flow generating machine. I'd cut back frivolous spending. I would drive Uber. I would do anything I could to create cash. Follow Gary Vay's flipping strategy, his $20,000 flipping strategy. There's money everywhere. And I'd be putting in speculative assets. You would spend the money anyways. And I would just put it in these speculative assets that they say is going to collapse and go to zero. And then I would just set it and forget it. And I would just keep buying more every single week. It's pretty simple. Nothing too complex. You don't have to be some, math scholar. I have dyslexia. I'm not I don't want to, I'm not, the universe and stuff, but I'm not the smartest cat in the world, right? I ended up graduating banking school. I graduated with a 4-year degree, went through all these processes, became a CEO because I'm disciplined and consistent. And I don't play games with my money. And I have to take a little bit longer to learn things, but I consistently and disciplined do the same thing every single day. And there's no mathematical formula to getting wealthy. It's just doing the same things consistently and being patient. That's it. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Comment down below whether it's negative or positive. And you know what I'm going to say. I love you. But make sure you compliment somebody today. Let's make it a great day. Warriors, rise.